Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hey everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to episode 831 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, Hut 8 has published an ESG report, CIFR Mining has shared its Q1 results, and BitDigital has posted updates for the month of April. But just before we get into the show today, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, to please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. All right, so Hut 8 Mining Corp, which trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker HUT, has published its inaugural ESG, or Environmental, Social, and Governance report. Highlights from the press release include the company's being on track to achieving carbon neutrality by 2025. The company has installed 100% LED lighting at the Medicine Hat and Drumheller mines and boasts zero recordable injuries across the business. There are many other such highlights in the press release. Hut 8's CEO Jamie Leverton said, quote, "Technology, sustainability, inclusivity, and innovation are a part of Hut 8's DNA. While our executive and board have long been proponents of strong environmental, social, and governance standards, we have worked with the entire Hut 8 team to set measurable ESG targets and are proud to be achieving meaningful results." End quote. Leverton went on to say, quote, "We will continue to embed ESG priorities into everything we do, continually adapting our approach based on new data, best practices, and insights that align with our business priorities." End quote. CIFR Mining Inc., which trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker CIFR, has announced results for its first quarter ending March 31st, 2022, as well as an update on its operations and deployment strategy. Some of its operation highlights include the company's starting of Bitcoin mining in February. This is at its first data center at Alborz, the installation of 2,949 mining rigs with 0.3 exahash per second at the very same Alborz facility, and 400 petahash per second added to its 2022 delivery forecast. Tyler Page, the CEO of CIFR, said, quote, "Our first quarter was marked by significant milestones, including the start of rig installation and mining of our first Bitcoins. I am pleased to say we are meeting our goals, and we are scaling quickly as we continue to build CIFR into a leading US-based Bitcoin mining enterprise." End quote. BitDigital Inc., which trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker BTBT, has announced its unaudited Bitcoin production and corporate updates for the month of April 2022. On the corporate side, the company earned 76.23 Bitcoins and 77.32 Ethereum in the month. The company boasts treasury holdings of Bitcoin and Ethereum of 754.32 and 323.95 respectively, and owns 30,865 Bitcoin miners and 731 Ethereum miners as of April 30th, 2022, with an estimated maximum total hash rate of 1.9 exahash per second and 0.3 terahash per second respectively. Now, according to the press release, 34.7% of the company's currently owned fleet was deployed in North America as of April 30th. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss in investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available.